Oh, hello, my darlings. Okay. I can't even wear makeup because I've been crying so much. So you get me as is. And lucky you, right? You get me as is. I hope that you are showing the world your truest self right now. Your truest self. Hello, Noelle. Pocahontas, my sister. Beautiful. Turn off this air so that y'all can hear me well. Whew. Okay. The energy is intense for those of you who have done some work and garnered some sensitivity. If you're following my channel, it's likely that you are. This card right here keeps popping out. And it says, you're becoming more sensitive and need to make changes accordingly. You are becoming more sensitive and need to make changes accordingly. Right, Mandy? I'm supposed to say, I'm Val. This is Eternal Transformations Tarot. I'm a healer and a channeler. Healers come in all different forms, don't they? This is Mandy, our mascot. Grounding, yes. I need a lot of that right now. We have a lot of this going on in the world. Chaos and conflict. But look how the zebra, well, that kind of makes sense, right? The zebra is changing his stripes into, I'm not sure exactly what, right? But chaos and conflict are what create growth. 33. For my Christians out there, Christ was crucified at the age of 33. It's a powerful number. There's a reason it's a master number. It's when most of us go through our spiritual change. And then I also pulled 36, come to the edge. Get uncomfortable. They're begging you. They're begging you now. Are you going to make them beg? Are you going to make your spirit guides beg you? She is pushing on me like y'all would not believe. Yes, it is a bit of a back massage. Someone said earlier, she's just giving you a back massage. And then right under that, higher power. There's a shift in the wind happening. I know. And if you recognize it, if you're feeling it, if you're sensitive to it, it's likely that you're a teacher. It's likely that you started going through, honey, God, she's so big. You gotta stay on the couch. She's falling on me and she's so big. Lord have mercy, honey. She's about to fall off. Okay. You're gonna have to get up. You have to stop. All right, Soul Tribe. Mandy needs some calming energy. She's feeling it too. Everybody send her some nice calming energy. I love you. Let's get up here, okay? Here's your baby. Here's your... No, down, up here. Not with me. You are so big. Here's your baby. Okay. She is so much right now. Goodness gracious. Look at this girl. Look at this girl. Ridiculousness. And so many of us hold on. Attach. Many attachments right now you're going to be releasing. For those of you growing. It's not easy. Your sensitivities are coming up to the surface. And you need to make changes accordingly. Okay? You cannot ask for this growth. I'm hearing for someone out there. You cannot ask for this growth and then not make changes in your life. You cannot ask for this growth, these downloads, and then make no changes to support them. For some of you, you have this spiritual gift of healing and a desire to share it with others. This does not always have to look like a doctor, but look how the doctor has wings. A healer comes in many different forms. They're asking you to make changes accordingly. It is absolutely part of the fun, comfortable thing. And it's part of the strength thing. Everything that you have experienced in your life has made you strong and courageous. Everything that you have experienced in your life has made you strong and courageous. It did not happen to you, but for you, my friends. Can you lay down? Lay down. Thank you. I appreciate that. Right? It did not happen to you, but for you, to make you stronger, to build you into this courageous person. And then now that you have garnered the strength, they're willing to give you the sensitivities that will make a strong, these sensitivities, believe it or not, are downloads. And they only give them to those who are willing to do the work, to lead. When they see a leader in you, when they see someone who's willing to be authentic, and when I say a leader, I'm saying you're willing to be authentically yourself. You're willing to be authentically yourself, who you are in your heart. Your perfect refraction of light is what heals this world. When I say find your medicine and use it, that's what I'm talking about. There's something powerful. They're asking you to come to the edge now. And I know she looks like she's having fun, but it is scary coming to the edge, jumping off that cliff. This is very much like the Fool. Chaos and conflict is how we grow. It's how we change our stripes. How do you fall down while you're standing up? Okay. Okay. The music that's been coming in has been very, they're very specific with their music. Usually, like, I get a song in my head and I start singing. They've been very specific, like, we want them to hear these words. And a lot of it is Nako in Medicine for the People. For those of you who have followed my channel, this is not new to you, but you must go look up Nako and Medicine for the People. They started channeling growth years ago. And now all of the songs they channeled and put into place are coming into action now. You know, this is the stuff happening in the world. And how beautiful is our spirit that they put the music here for us already. So, hold on just a second. Mandy? Thank you. So this song, if you guys follow Nako, you will already know it. And I think that's... Come up here and lay down. Just lay down. Come on. Come on. Go lay down. Can you just chill? Can you do that for me, please? Here's your baby. Don't give me that face. Look at that. This one's called Wash It Away. Wash It Away. And I think that a lot of the music that Nako wrote was channeled. And I do think that he got some music from other writers and stuff, but it was all part of his tribe. You understand? I know, she's awful, Miss May. I know. But in a good way. I love you. I know, I love you. But I'm not kidding y'all. I just got done. We walked miles today and we've had so much playtime. She is just being selfish with my time right now. I still have to work. So, I've shuffled all the decks that they asked me to use. And as I sing, I'm just going to kind of go over, like you can kind of see, I have the tops of the decks all laid out. So I'm going to kind of go over some of the tops of the decks. Maybe. Okay. Are you going to be calm and chill? Okay. I love you. I love your guts. I love her guts. Okay. Spirits, we ask for you to come in and give us guidance right now when we're going through so much chaos and conflict. We are asking for courage to come to the edge. We're a part of something special. We're a part of something special. We're a part of something special. It's a crack in time, a wrinkle falling from the nest, young eagle. I will pull my feathers out, stay humble, stay humble, stay humble, stay humble, stay humble. Uncle Mona taught us like an elder, took us under older brothers, said, this is powerful country. This is powerful country. And we felt like we were returning to our land rebels and the shepherds of the sea. Takers are taking what the leavers will leave. So bring me the Black Prince cicada, such a loud voice for a tiny creature. Teach me to let go of all of my pain. I do forgive, I don't forget these things. I do forgive, I don't forget these things. We burn the blue gum for safe passageway. Drink of the earth, smoke of the dirt, and my war paint was red, ochre clay, ochre clay, ochre hay. My war paint was red, ochre clay, ochre, oh my goodness, ochre hay. Red ochre clay, oh, our prayers igniting, cast into the Shire, and the song of our struggle came straight from the fire. It goes, holy, holy grandmother, we sing, wash us clean of our, wash us clean of our pain and suffering. Give us strength for our new beginnings. And my best things I sing, I'll wash away. We'll wash away, lift it up. It'll wash away. It'll wash away, lift 'em up. It'll wash away. It'll wash away, lift 'em up. It'll wash away. It'll wash away, lift 'em up. You have to ask yourself where you are right now in this transition. In this transition. Where do you stand? Don't ask yourself where those you know and love stand. Don't ask yourself where others stand around you. Ask yourself where you stand. Right now, it is so important for us each to stand strong. For us each to know that there is a shifting in the wind. And we must act with love now, but you must know where you stand. Many of you have been pushed down, I'm hearing, for so long. It is time to stand up, for it's going to be washed away so that we can lift up. It is time to be humble yet strong. And yes, you can be both of those things and should be. Should be. There's never a time when you will come back to the crops you have created and say, I can do better. You can always grow, my friends. I'm not asking you to change. I'm asking you to grow. I'm asking you to continue to blossom, to continue to expand who you are. Look back at what you have created and say, I think I can do better. They're asking you all to stand up. Stand up. Take survey of your land. Take survey of who you are. Take survey of your soul. And ask yourself, am I happy and content with who I am? Am I comfortable in my own skin? That is what they're asking you to do now. Take survey, my friends. This should not be painful and hard. Take survey. Some of it may not be fun to look at. But if you've been looking at the pain already, if you've already been looking at the pain, now it's time to take survey of what am I putting my time into? What is bringing harvest, not only to me, but to the world? For unity is what is coming. Are you a part of this unity? Who is the last person that you helped selflessly, without agenda? When things like this rise up, whether it be a world war or a plague, it's happened over and over throughout history. Yet we read about the Black Plague, the Spanish flu, when we don't think much of it because we didn't live it, right? They're asking you to humble yourself now. This is not the first or last time this will happen, to bring the earth back into balance, to make us remember that we are all one. Communication and compassion is so highly necessary right now, right? Are you feeling that? Envelop the world in your love. Take stock of your life right now. How often do you have this chance? Do you know how many people, how many clients I read for who say, I don't have time to meditate. I don't have time to go within. I have a million kids and a million things at work and a million life responsibilities. Well, right now, I know things are scary. And I know many of you are still working either from home or at work or going to work and all of that. And your kids are at home and it's scary and it's a lot. But there are less social engagements. There is time for you to take stock. Evaluate your souls, my friend. What are you putting your precious, precious energy into? That is what they're asking. That picture that I posted in the front of this video, they are reminding us that we all bleed the same. We all love the same. The international language is love. But the secondary one is pain. For when we are each going through pain, when we're all going through pain, there's some kind of unity there. There's some kind of bonding. Because you know, if we don't even speak the same language, if we are different colors, if we live in different countries, we feel pain the same. We die the same. We love the same. So we must be the same. They're begging us to realize that. We are like two different types of trees fighting each other. It doesn't make any sense. They're asking us to come together in unity. And Gaia is saying, if you are going to keep fighting amongst each other, I'll send you battles that you've never imagined. I'll send you floods. I'll send you earthquakes and fires and viruses until my children listen to me and realize that you are all my children. 99 and 33. We must listen now. We must act with love and compassion now. We must realize that no matter where you are in the world, someone loves you. Somewhere deep in their heart. They could just put this song in my head, and I definitely can't sing it, but if they put it in my head, I have to sing it. You're going to have to help me with the words a little. Somewhere out there, beneath the pale moonlight, someone's thinking of you and loving you tonight. Somewhere out there, if love can see us through, then we'll be together somewhere out there, out where dreams come true. They're asking us, begging us to just love. How easy is that? How easy is that? Even though I know you did not choose these things to happen to you, I know that you did not put those swords in your back. They're asking you still. They're still asking you to stand up. They're still asking you to pull those swords out and look at them. They're asking you to clean off the blood. Yes. I know how hard this is. It is not for the faint of heart. But you can do it. I promise you. There is something for you there if you're willing to do what no other is willing to do, which is pull out these swords, truly look at them, pull them out of your back, even though you did not put them there, clean off the blood, and put them in the arsenal that they were always meant to be in. Your arsenal. It was meant to happen for you and not to you, my darlings. It was meant to happen for you and not to you. And there is something for you there if you are willing to do that work. I know. Oh, I know it's easy. It's not easy. I know. It is hard to say, I'm blessed for this mess, right? I know that. I really do. But they're still asking. Are you willing to stand up? Because time may be fluid, but there are certain times when energy is stronger, and right now is one. Tick-tock, my friends. Tick-tock. Now is the time to do this work. I have been teaching and preaching on this all year for a reason. Getting you prepared to deal with this ugliness. And to teach you that even though all of this happened to you, oh my darling, even though you've been through these battles, trust me, you are so ready for what's to come. They were not beating you down, my loves. They were not beating you down. They were preparing you. It's like basic training. Would you send a soldier off to war who had never been through any training? Absolutely not. They're preparing you. You're a warrior. If you're attracted to my channel, you're a teacher and a warrior, whether you think you are not. In fact, most of you probably don't realize how strong you are. The warriors of this love war, I call it the love war, but the warriors of this love war are the kindest and sweetest. They are the ones who have always been told they were weak. But they are the ones who are truly in touch with spirit and have the ability to transmute energy. Healing. Healing is available to you now. Gaia has given you what you've asked for. So many of you have said, I don't have time to meditate. I don't have time to go within. Well, now you got it. Now you got it. Are you doing it? Or are you spending your time at Walmart buying toilet paper? Where are you putting your focus right now? What are you trying to build upon now? What are you trying to heal now? Do not become a part of this inner conflict and outer conflict. This is rising up to heal, but you are here to heal this. You are here to be this among this. You went through your ugly first. If you've been resonating with me, if you are resonating with what I'm saying now, you were already put through this first. When everybody was looking at you like, dang, their life's all in a shambles, or they're a mess. Or even if nobody noticed from the outside, you felt like a hot mess up in here, right? You felt like inner conflict like crazy. Because you had to be here by the time this started happening in the world. Now, even if you don't realize it, Spirit has put a light around you. It's like a cloak where people will be looking toward you. Notice, I was in the store the other day and I put my head down. I was at my grocery cart and I just started feeling super anxious. I put my head down and I just said a prayer. And I said, Spirit, show me those who are of my path. And I looked up, and I'm not kidding you, 3 different people. One was a woman standing in line. Another was a man standing like over in a separate aisle. And then there was a little kid that was next to him, but he wasn't with him. And all 3 of those out of like 20 different people all went and made eye contact, but didn't know why. And I could tell they were confused. They looked at me and they were like, and that little boy especially, I was like, hey, dude, there are those of the light who have been sent here, and you are one. You can call it a starseed. You can call it a light worker. You're here to do something really special. Your medicine, you just don't know how it's going to work. That woman, that child, that man, different colors, different ages, different races, everything, different genders, all light workers. 33 viewers right now. Beautiful. They're asking you to look at what you're putting your thoughts and energy into, for it is affecting the world now. They have been asking you for years, I'm hearing from many of you, for years, to watch your thoughts, for they are becoming more powerful. This isn't playing around. This is very serious. If you want this gift, take responsibility. Start watching your thoughts. Start taking responsibility for your actions and your thoughts, understanding that your thoughts are becoming as powerful as actions. That is where our world is moving. Our world keeps wanting to grow and get bigger and have more abilities, yet we don't want to take responsibility for them. These abilities come with responsibility. As you grow spiritually, you also grow in responsibility. You have more work to do. Take responsibility for what you are thinking, for what you are doing and what you are saying. Your words are so powerful now. They are begging you. Okay. That was kind of the message I wanted to get out. Or not me, but them. Thank you guys. That made me sweaty. I don't like sweaty channeling, but it happens sometimes. It happens. There's a lot of pain in the world right now. They're asking the healers to step up. Okay? Step up, and you cannot heal everything with love. I mean, yes, you can heal everything with love. Let me take that back. You cannot just be nice and expect things to get better. Sugar and honeys and flies. Sometimes you got to stand up and be a warrior and say, what you are doing is not right. Sometimes you have to have cojones and say, hey, I'm calling you out. I'm calling you out for hurting someone else. Either way, do you understand? Like, whether it's through their words or through their actions, you must call people out now. Now is not the time to stand by. Now is the time to stand up. We must call people out who are doing wrong and being hateful. We must act with love to those who need it. But we must also be warriors. Now is not a time to be weak, my friends. Now is a time to be strong. But you can be strong with love. But you don't have to bend over. Okay? You can still stand up and be a warrior with love. Absolutely. But that doesn't, everybody thinks that just because someone is spiritual, there's lots of names for spiritualists out there. Not any I'm going to get into because it's not helpful. But there's lots of names for spiritualists out there. And a lot of people say that what we, and I say we because there's so many people that are at a spiritual level, probably more than half of the world right now. So it's kind of funny, the people that are still rising up with hate. But there's a lot of people that call it foo-foo and nonsense and silly. But these spiritual people, you, are the ones that suffered the most, had the most pain. The reason is because they needed you to learn those lessons first so that you could teach the collective. So that even if you don't say a single word, through your actions, people will see you grow. And they will remember that when everybody thought you were crazy going through that stuff, they'll be like, oh, I get it now. Yeah, I get it now. Stuff is a-changing. Stuff is a-changing. Transformation. Not just on a micro level, but especially on a macro level. The universe, not just Gaia, universe is expanding rapidly, pulling Gaia up with it. Gaia is pulling us up with her, for we are her children. Do you want to be a part of it, or do you want to fight against it? Because nothing can fight against death and not get trampled. Death comes to all. This is transformation. It is the death of the old ways. You can choose to be there and stay in the old ways, but you will be trampled, right? They are asking you to help those who are having a hard time resonating through that. There are those that are currently having a very hard time with this transition because they're correcting me. They did not choose. They were not at the correct frequency when the initial rising began. When the initial rising began, it was very subtle, and only those of very sensitive energies felt it. And it brought about transformation. It brought about this, right? Pulling those swords out of your back, cleaning off the blood, doing the healing so that you could raise your frequency with Gaia, so that you could be her teacher, one of her teachers. Now is the time when they are begging you to lift up and be a leader. They are begging for leaders right now. I hear this constantly. They need leaders because people are going through what you went through. And everybody thought you were nuts. What some of you are still currently kind of going through, right? Looking at it. They're begging you to say, hey, we're really punching some people in the face with this because they were not sensitive enough to feel the initial rumblings of Gaia. It's sort of like when livestock feels an earthquake coming long before it comes. They know long before it comes. The tremors, they feel it. That's what you were. You felt the tremblings long before it came. Even if you didn't know what it was. You didn't know it didn't appear. You didn't know where it's going to, we don't know where it's going to go because we do have free will. They're asking you simply to stand up and teach that you have been through the pain. And there is another side to this transformation. They're also asking you, my friends, you are becoming more sensitive and need to make changes accordingly. You are becoming more sensitive and need to make changes accordingly as you rise up and as others watch you and grow from watching you. Whether you realize it or not, it's happening. It's happening. You're going to rise up more and more and more. Your frequency is attached to everything on this earth. You can either pull people down with your negative thoughts, or you can lift people up with your warrior thoughts. Show everyone how you have gotten through. Just act. They're watching your actions. Some of you do need to start a blog now. Some of you do need to start a YouTube channel now. Now. I do mine with a phone and a $13 clip. You have no excuse. It is time to speak your mind. For many of you out there, it is time to speak your mind. Okay. Spiritual message for the soul tribe. This came out earlier, so I stopped right upon it. Goddess of 10,000 names, endless emanations of the priestess. Goddess of 10,000 names. This is the Egyptian Isis deck. This is a spiritual message. Even if you are, it doesn't matter what your religion is, please take into account that this is based on Egyptian mythology and take it as it resonates, okay? If you hear something that resonates with you, it was meant for you. My foot went to sleep and it was really hard to focus on finding the book. Okay. Okay, Goddess of 10,000 names. Isis, with many names, forms, associations, expressions, is referred to as the Goddess of 10,000 names. A name holds power. Your words hold power. A name holds power. It defines and energizes or limits. The names, faces, and roles that you play are just one part of your being, yet you exist far beyond them. Beloved initiate as a vast being. You are currently realizing that you are not limited by previous identities that you held. Instead, you are becoming more of your whole self. Enjoy the uncovering of even more of you. That's what's going to happen for my teachers out there. For my teachers who have been going, my teachers, you, resonating right now with my channel, especially my live people right now. You have been going through the you're about to get blessings as others are going through the People are going to be going through what you have been going through. And it's going to be really hard for you because you're going to be receiving blessings. That's what they give to teachers so that they can keep going. You understand? You're about to unfold mysteries beyond your comprehension that will explode your comprehension. There's so much more, they're saying. Dream bigger. You are a multifaceted, multi-dimensional being. It is most helpful at this phase in the path that you learn not to attach to roles or identities that may have once held great importance for you or others related to you. It does not mean that you must cease to relate to that name or role. More that you are realizing it is only a part of you. And there is even more of you wishing to express itself now. The roles you are needing to move beyond right now might be mother, executive, healer, good person, strong person, always in control, daughter, teacher, guru, grandmother, and so on. These are only parts of you, my darlings. What is your soul saying? There is nothing wrong with these roles, and you may still express a part of your vast self through such roles, but you are at a significant point in your inner development where you are learning that these are not who you are, but simply an expression of the eternal, endless self, uncontainable by any human descriptions. You are uncontainable by any human descriptions. Do you live that? Do you own that? Do you know that you are always expanding, always more? Does your soul desire that? Do not get stuck in a role. It is okay to be proud of a role. It is wonderful to be a grandmother. It is wonderful to be an executive, a leader. It is wonderful to be a father. It is wonderful to be the strong one or the nice one. The one that's always compassionate, that's always there. But do not make that box you in. It is amazing how even the bad roles can box us in, but so can the good. For you don't always have to be strong. The grandmother is the powerful crone. Let yourself expand. Ask your soul what it desires. Okay? That is what I hope you find here. You are the soul of 10,000 names. Do you own it? Do you know that? Do you know how powerful you are? Because they're trying, if you're attracted to my channel, they're trying to tell you now. We cannot let you loose with all the power we're wanting to give you. If you're not willing to own it, if you're not willing to take responsibility. Okay. Pull back. Observe. Be the intelligent, infinite being that you are, and truly observe. There is something for you among this pain. Do not let yourself get caught here in the pity party of poor, poor, pitiful me. We've all had a hard life. Every single one of us, in our own ways, has suffered. Now it is time to stand up, heal those things, because our sensitivity is numb until it's healed. Heal those things. Own them. You can be strong and compassionate. You can be powerful and submissive. You can surrender and flow with spirit while taking action in your life. That's what they want. This is a co-creation. They don't want to do all the work for you, and they don't want you doing all the work yourself. They want to co-create. Do you want to be a part of this? Now is the time they're asking us all to come together. This is a co-creation. And we can do something really magical. We can really, with kindness and love, strength, we can do something pretty magical here. We have an opportunity. We have an opportunity now. Do you remember back in November, this card kept coming out? In the other deck, that Waterman. There's a reason why they made me attracted to that Waterman. I don't have that deck out, but there's a reason. At that full moon, we manifested this 6 months later. The healing that we wanted then is showing itself now. That's how strong our whole world was begging for healing. Our whole world was begging for healing so much in November that we created this virus. We manifested this virus to pull us all in, to let Gaia heal. Now, for the first time, I can hear birds above cars. I can hear nature above sound, human sound. For the first time, I can walk outside and not smell exhaust. I live on a busy road. The world needed a bit of a break. Maybe we realize that we can give her more breaks than we thought. We can do this more often. This going within, right? It is wonderful. And I think so many of us are feeling that. Let's keep encouraging it. Let's encourage less driving, more walking, because not only it's good for your body, but it's good for every single thing around you. I'm not saying you can't drive and that's awful. I'm not saying that, but you can definitely do much more than you are doing, right? Many of us can. Many of us could walk more. Many of us could encourage that more. The reason that many people don't is because it's not normal. It's not the cool thing. Pocahontas, sister. It's time for a new life. Do you want it? We are at a fork in the road. Which way do you want to go? 13, 4. This is the year 4. Is this 31? Okay, sometimes it's backwards, so I get confused. Imagine the world you want. It truly is limitless. It's limitless. We can have whatever we want. We've chosen this world, and we're being given an opportunity now to lift it up. But still I cannot see if the savage one is me. How can there be so much that you don't know? You don't know. You think you own whatever land you land on. The earth is just a dead thing you can claim. But I know every rock and tree and creature has a life, has a spirit, has a name. You think the only people who are people are the people who look and think like you. But if you walk the footsteps of a stranger, you'll learn things you never knew, you never knew. All right, guys, we can do this. There's power. I can feel it. All right, Mandy? No, you can lay down. I wasn't stopping you. She's like, what? Freeze, freeze, freeze. I love you. I love you. I love you. You've been bothering me all day. I can bother you. I'm just kidding. I love you. Come here, give me kisses. Come here, give me kisses. She did go for about 4 miles of walking, y'all. Sorry. So she is wore out. But I had to wear her down today. It was bad. And man, she was such a fire nut. What a little goofball today. She went after some guy in the middle of the road and he got scared. She came flying at him. And she didn't do anything. She just ran around him a few times and came back to me. But he brought out a knife and everything. That's Texas for you. Here comes out a puppy with a knife. And I know she looks big. But she was literally like, gook-a-dook-a-dook, like coming at him like Marmaduke. And I'm like, who pulls a knife out? I mean, I don't know. She is, and right now she's about to get her bath. I give her like a really slow spiritual bath with like music and all that good stuff. So, all right. So, one of the videos I want to do coming up soon, I'm about to get off here, is I want to, for those of you who are not familiar with dowsing, I want to talk about dowsing and how truly easy it is. And how easy it is. I literally have done it with a pair of keys. So Spirit's saying this is a great way for yes or no questions from your higher self. Okay. So for those of you who are interested in that, I don't know. Let me know if you're not interested. I should say that. I think I've had like 3 or 4 emails of people who have asked me to show them this. Um, so this is really just getting in touch with your higher self, and occasionally when you lose things in the house, you can find them if you know how to utilize anything, basically. And I'm not kidding you when I say anything. As long as you clear it first, it's gonna talk. It's gonna talk. Um, let's see. Spirit. Let's see. They've been talking about this a lot. And this isn't even one I use very often. All right, Spirit. Well, it's hard because I want to. So when I do this, I'm going to make sure my whole arm is like in the picture. Okay. And I'm going to use something that you can actually see the whole thing in. But you can ask it. I just want to make sure that my hand's in the picture so you can kind of see I'm not doing anything, but I can tell that it's hard to get that view in there. Can you please give me a clockwise? So there's all kinds of things you can do to say yes, to say no. And I would love to teach you how to use that energy and transfer it through to your higher self. And then what you're doing is transferring that energy up to your higher self and then bringing it right back down and letting your higher self answer the question. It does take some trance work. So some trance meditations will be necessary. Okay, let's close it out, my friends. It's time for soul retrieval, right? This card has popped out more than any other card this year. I'm almost sick of reading it. I think that I'm going to probably post this in the community tab just because I feel like it's really important for people to know this is where we're at right now. This is the card for the year. When it comes to spiritual card for the year, this is it. Soul retrieval. Own your soul. Now is the time to do that. Many of you don't know your soul. Now is the time to look at that baby. Okay? Thank you, guides, for being here today. What do they say, guys? What do they say? This is not going medicine for the people. They say, don't waste your hate. Rather gather and create. Be of service. Be a sensible person. Use your words. No, don't be nervous. You can do this. You've got purpose. Find your medicine and use it. I love you so much, my soul tribe. Remember, please, if you have donated to me, I need to have emails from you on what you want to manifest and what you want to let go of. Okay? I love you all so much. I'll see you tomorrow. I'll be up with water signs tomorrow. Absolutely, for sure. Catch you on the flip side. Like and subscribe. It's like tipping.